Let's talk ethics.
I see way too many people online or on TV or in the news asking, where are the placebo-controlled trials when it comes to vaccines? And in general, people are more concerned when it comes to the childhood vaccine schedule because they're concerned about the health of innocent little babies and innocent small children, and that's totally rational. You've probably heard on social media or on TV in the news, people that will say, well, we can't do that for infants. We can't do placebo-controlled trials because it's not ethical. And I think a lot of people may not understand exactly what that means. When we say it's not ethical, it's not some nebulous, subjective opinion about the ethics of the situation. It's not a scenario where like one particular researcher is like, oh, I'm not comfortable doing this in babies. I don't think it's ethical. And so they choose not to do it. These are actually federal regulations. You cannot give a baby or a small child a placebo if it exposes them to more than minimal risk with no benefit. And we've had rules related to ethics for a very long time. They have changed over the years and they've gotten stricter in some cases, which is good because even though we did already have some rules and regulations about this, there were abuses that occurred. There are actual repercussions to not following these regulations or violating these regulations. There are actual real world examples of this happening even with big pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer. Understand that safety steps are not being skipped in this process. I do not care what lawyer that is the head of certain agencies says in front of Congress or other lawyers that present to certain advisory committees. They will cherry pick certain aspects of trials and other aspects of data to make it look as if there's not placebos, that the original vaccines were never properly studied for safety, and so on. So yes, it might be true in a lot of cases that vaccines that are used in babies or small children did not undergo a placebo-controlled trial in babies and small children. It's not because we're skipping steps. It's not because things are being hidden. It's literally because they're trying to be as safe as possible and protect a vulnerable population as best as possible. Even if a university research group or a pharma group wanted to run some sort of placebo-controlled trial on a vaccine in infants, in the vast majority of cases, they would not be allowed to, and it would be deemed unethical and illegal. Safety is built into the process. I'm not saying that the process is perfect. I'm sure there are ways that it could be tweaked and improved, but at every step of the process of getting a vaccine approved, there is safety data that is reviewed every single step. Do not fall for this talking point that vaccines have never been properly studied for safety. It is nonsense. This was Holly. Like, save, comment, share, yell at me, agree with me, whatever. I'll see you later. Bye.